Hey everyone, I have a fantastic, very simple and easy roasted chicken thigh recipe. I like to roast my chicken thighs and all my chicken bone in and skin on. Number one, because the bone provides a lot of collagen and minerals that gets into the meat, and the skin provides moisture as it's cooking, and it's also super delicious. And if you don't want to eat all the skin, then you just eat a bite or two. Another trick I have for you is if you're worried that the meat near the bone isn't going to be cooked all the way, you're just going to take your knife and run it alongside of the bone on you're going to make two little slits. And just kind of, you don't have to go all the way to the bone, but just close to the bone. That allows the air from the hot oven to get inside and help it cook all the way through more quickly and evenly. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, it's Mama Lou's rub, which is my mom, and she always did this on our chicken growing up. It is onion powder and garlic powder, paprika. I added my own little twist, which was just a touch of cayenne. And then we're gonna add lots of salt and fresh cracked pepper. I am very generous. If you notice, I'm only using one hand to touch the rub and the chicken, which means once I use this rub, because I've touched on raw chicken, you gotta throw the rest of the rub out. So I like to make sure that I use just enough rub that will fit the chicken thighs. Of course, the rub recipe, as long with this chicken recipe in general, is going to be on my website at jacquelincooks.com. I'm going to take all of this delicious rub, kind of pat it into the meat. Then I have a clean hand. I'm going to take my kosher salt. I only cook with kosher salt. I like Morton's, but you can use any brand you like. I would just tell you that once you start working with a kosher salt, stick with the brand you start with, because you're going to start to learn its intensity and how it performs. And so you just want to stick with that so that you have consistency when you're cooking. Flip it back over. I'm going to add some more salt. Be a little generous, especially because you have skin on. If you didn't have the skin on, I would tell you to use a little less salt. But because you have the skin on, you want to make sure that you use enough salt so that it flavors it properly. Because the skin adds fat, and you want the fat and the salt together is what makes it work better, and why you can add more salt is when you have a higher fat content. Last thing, you're going to add about a cup of water into the bottom of the sheet tray. Now, if you noticed, I have a baking rack on top of the sheet tray, and that's because it allows the air to come all the way around and cook the chicken evenly. I'm going to throw this into a 425 degree preheated oven, and before you know it, you're going to have delicious chicken thighs. Once you take your chicken thighs that have been roasting in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes out, I'm tonight serving it with a delicious roasted sweet potato and steamed green beans. I like a little bit of cayenne on top of my sweet potato, sprinkling of salt and pepper, and you have a delicious dinner. Enjoy, everybody.